Hey, I'm Rob from Kimpex. I'm here today with Elliot from Bullet Jeans. Elliot, thank you for joining us today.
Rob, thank you for having me.
All the way from England, yes?
It's a long old way.
Long way, yes. Here to talk to you today about the Bobber 2 jeans, is that right?
That is right, yeah, so the Bobber 2. So as far as I know, you have a pair of these at the minute?
I have this exact pair, actually. That's what I've been wearing this summer.
Awesome.
It's my second pair from Bullet. As we talked about, I had the Icon one the year before, which I still wear interchangeable when these need to be washed. Because that does happen sometimes, like, oh yeah, I better clean these things. But yeah, so I am actually riding this jean, so I do have a lot of experience. That's my daily go-to now.
Amazing, good, good. So you would have noticed anyway, so this is, the Bobber is a part of our tactical range similar to the Icon, but it's sort of different in its own right. So the Bobber is our more sort of stylish version, if you would. So we talked about the Icon and how it's the everyman's jean, if you would. So as close as you're going to get to your high street jean. This is a motorcycle jean that's proud to be. So we've got the ribs in it for the knees and in the seat, and that's sort of there not only for an aesthetic purpose, but also adds to the jean itself. So not the same as the Icon. Obviously, it's a different denim in the fact that this does not incorporate the same sort of elastic benefits that jean has. So this is a raw denim. Of course, gives you that style, that heritage. So it obviously has has slightly less stretch, so it has the stretch panel to compensate.
Less stretch, but still stretchy enough.
Exactly.
It's not, I thought it would have had the stretch material, because to me, compared to the jeans like I'm wearing now, which are normal jeans, I still actually find it quite stretchy.
Good. Yeah, and that would be changes that we've made in other areas as well. So again, it's still as stretchy as any sort of jean, but the tactical with that new high quality elastane does have that added benefit over, you know, a lot of competitors on the market. But this here, for example, you talked about how, you know, you'd find it more or just as stretchy, partly due to the stretch panels. But here as well, we did do the Bobber 1, and this, of course, is the successor. And one of the main changes you'll see here is the fact that we no longer have the mesh wick-away liner inside. So we spoke about how you had the Icon ones. Yeah. That would have had that inside it.
Yeah, the full liner, yeah.
So this instead does not. So nice and lightweight throughout, but as an added benefit, doesn't restrict the stretch anymore. So one thing you can't really get away from if you are using a wick-away liner is the fact that it stretches at a different rate to the denim. So no matter if you make a really stretchy denim, if you've got the wick-away liner in it, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So that would help you from that aspect, not only allow it to be you know, stretchy, but also comfortable and lightweight. And on that sort of train of thought, we've changed the armor pockets as well. So as you can see here, there's a nice sort of cotton pocket here for the CE level 2 armors that come with this jean. And as you would have noticed again with your Icon, it would have been mesh wick away, similar to the rest of the jean, and would have had an open top entry on it.
Yeah, so the pad itself, the armored knee, goes in from the top. And as you were showing me earlier, Elliot was showing me that now they've changed that to a bottom loader, which is beneficial because oftentimes up at the top, when the band is at the top, if it's not perfectly put together when you stick it on, you're going to feel it scratching your knee the whole time. So that I think was actually quite a big improvement, because a lot of my other pants, even my normal adventure pants, they scratch at my knee based just on that.
Definitely, and it was a comment that we ride ourselves every day, and it was something we found, and was something we found with similar to yourselves. Even if we used something like an adventure trouser, it was something that was almost inescapable. So something we thought we did have to change, and here we are now. We're very happy with sort of where we've got to, because of course it's all well and good having a AA rated jean that looks the part and does the part from its protective point of view, but if it's not a jean that you want to wear.
Yes, it's the wearability, exactly. You don't end up using the things that you don't like. So if the more you like it, the more you'll put it on, the more you'll be safe. Another thing I'd actually like to add, because it's the first time I've ever had any riding pant that I own where the knee pad actually stays where it's supposed to be. Literally, some of my pants I've had to take the knee pads out. And I'll tell you why. Part of it is because it's a slim fit jean. So it literally stays exactly on my kneecap where it's supposed to be. And many other pants I have, my adventure pants, multiple, the knee pad will drop below the kneecap and things like that. And I always sometimes I even take them out because I'm like, this is the first pant that actually stays where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean 100%. So, we're pretty much the same build. I have a pair of Bobbers as well.
Normal size.
Normal size.
Yeah.
So in terms of fit, as you said, this is part of our skinny range.
Yeah.
So tapers to that entirely and sort of lends itself to that. And as you said, with the armor pocket, that does hold it in place. And with the armor pocket, you know, this is something that we've incorporated not only with the fit, but also with the leg length of the jean. So if you wore a short leg, for example, or a longer leg, the height of the armor pocket would change dependent on that.
Yeah, I'm also happy that you guys have those options within the length of the leg. That's important because I usually have to tend to get mine taken up for short leg.
Definitely, you know, having one.
Not that short leg, but short leg. So yeah, that actually fits perfect for me right away. There's no adjustments to be made from the jean when I got it. It was like perfect to my fit.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. But if there was an instance where you did need to adjust it, we have got 3 levels of adjustability.
Right.
In the pocket itself. So, you know, if you found that you have to move the armor either up or down, you can do so accordingly. So it does sit right on your knee. So for example, you spoke about your adventure trousers. One of the main things, you know, we found as well is it is typical that something does drop below your knee while you're riding. So,
which is, you know, I just can't get over that. I really can't. I'm like, well, if there's an armor designed to protect my knee, and it's not at my knee, you know, what's going on? So it's great that it's actually protecting what it's supposed to. So I really appreciate that.
Awesome, thank you very much. Well, obviously at Bullet, you know, jeans are our bread and butter. So, you know, we make them, we ride them, we essentially live in them. So if it's not something we want to wear, it's not something we'll make.
And you also seem to be making changes when changes are due, like you don't wait too long. Even just 1 year ago already, there was advancements from 1 year ago.
Definitely.
So that's cool to see.
Well, I'm glad you sort of noticed that, because that's something we sort of pride ourselves on. Even when we started sort of 10 years ago, we were always trying to be the front runner, do something different, make the next step. So this is again sort of the continuation of that path, and we think we've done a pretty good job.
I say they haven't done a good job because I was complimented by a beautiful woman the other day on my jeans, someone that I know and sees me daily, but I don't always wear jeans, and I was wearing jeans. She said, "Wow, you look so good in jeans." I was like riding my motorcycle. I'm like, "Wow, I'm like, did you know these are motorcycle pants?" And so yeah, so it really does have that effect of actually looking, you know, decent while riding, which is not that important, but it's important. Safety first, beauty second.
What is the term? Form over function.
Form over function.
But
that's right.
you get the function as well.
Now I have function.
Function and form.
And my knee's protected in the right place. Thank you, Elliot, for joining today.
Rob, thank you for having me.
If you have any questions, go to kimpex.com for details on this, and we do appreciate you watching. Thank you.